Today we're doing white crane and brush knee twist step. So from last time we looked at this low chop. You're going to step out with the right foot, shift to it, and the palms are going to face the floor. As you shift to the left, the right hand's going to drop, and that's going to bring the right foot up. As you shift to the right, that's going to pick up the left, and then you're going to pick up the left knee as you lift the right hand to kind of covering your ear. You step out with the left foot and brush the knee. You shift to the right, and you repeat it on the other side. You throw out the left, lift the left, bring the right foot forward, brush the knee. So that's the form piece. The first thing I want to show is from a choke. Yeah. So this is white crane. We're going to do white crane first. White crane just does this to deal with the choke. You can also do this and then poke it and step up. That'll work fine too. But this will work too. You just poke them. So that's why the hands are the way they are. You can also take the arms and kind of get them off with that. He might be too strong, so you might have to come in here and then do that. So this is kind of a little side piece of white crane. And now, from last time we kind of looked at this thing. So what happens here actually is I've done this, but he grabs my arm with the other hand. And he starts to pull me. So what I'm going to do is keep my pung and try to come under his arm into this elbow. He's got two hands and he can use them. He can grab it both too. You can see it really clearly. So if he pulls, I just come in with this. And if he drops his shoulder, I drop my shoulder. So there's my shoulder. If he tries to brush my elbow away, I let him and come bring this right to my head, to his head. So this is called folding. So what you're going to look at is, if he grabs my right arm, it's the same difference. And see the cross grab a little bit easier probably. So at home do that. You're going to do, when he pulls, there's the elbow. If he continues his pull, you neutralize your elbow and use your shoulder. If he neutralizes your shoulder, you just elongate your arm and bring it to the head, and take his other arm and push it into his hip. So now let's face this way. One more time. Again, cross grab. So I'm at this position, and we're doing a cross grab. Again, he's going to try to pull me off. See it? That way. So first thing I have to do is step in and get my elbow to address him. When he blocks the elbow with his hand, I drop my shoulder. That's called folding. Elbow, shoulder. The last is actually the hip. If he pushes my shoulder, I just turn my hip and throw my hip in. And that's all implied in the transition right into white crane. So to get to white crane, if he tries to push the hip off, watch, I just turn and face it. So the left hand is pushing on his hip. Okay, so that's against the grab. White crane works beautiful on a punch. If he does it straight with his right, you just block with this and come across his body with it. Again, notice I'm stepping in. So the block is going to be like this, see it? See the peel? And this is going to go right to the shoulder and this right to the hip. So it's kind of like bum rushing a little bit. You see it coming and you're like, whoa, okay. See it? Now, if you get the block right, you can actually come around his head this way. See it? And you'll see a lot of other systems love this kind of thing. So, but it's a little dicey because of his elbow. So I would get the first one I showed really well. Works fine on the inside too. You're just going to block with the elbow. Notice I get his eyes. See that? So you have to, again, you bum rush it pretty quick. You're like, okay, see it? So you just come right in. So the form is pretty clear about that. Now the wrestler. That's pretty good at a punch. So it doesn't really matter, but what you're going to do is peel the head out this way. Because right now my right hand is full. We're at this juncture. And as I shift to my left, I just push him out to my left. So again, you're kind of peeling him off. And what else can I tell you? Oh, keep this arm really active. When he gets his lock in there, try to drop it right into his neck if you can, or the top of his head. And then as you shift forward, push to the left. Okay? That's pretty good for that one. There's a whole bunch more. The next two are really like, oh, so complicated. So beautiful at the same time. So we stopped here at white crane just a second ago. And we'll look at the cross grab again. And what happened, oh, you can actually do it from the choke too. So I tried my white crane, this, and it just didn't work. So what I'm going to do is get his arm off of me. So that's my shifting the left and dropping my right hand. So here's the form piece, just so in case you forgot. So that's what we're going to do. 1, 2. Watch this. 3. Brush knee. So again, 1, 2, 3. Pretty simple. That's more like the wrestling version. Again, the cross grab, if you've got this happening, you're going to elongate it. And then what you're going to do is, again, do something like this to get him off you. Because that'll peel his arm off. You can also deal with the arm itself. Do a cross grab on the left. You can just break it here. And then you get that. It looks like this. Just a lot of stuff possible. If he punches, so I'm at white crane, here's my block, right? Here he punches the other one, here's my block, and then here's my strike, right to the throat and right to the eyes. Either one. Just go right in and down. You also have a knee kick that will come, right? 1, yeah, 2 hooks, 2, here's the knee, yeah. And there's the strike. And again, you can go for the back of the head, it's fine. But I like the eyes in this one. That's why we like the open hand. It goes right into the soft places. See? Okay. Wrestling. Grabs me around the waist. 1, 2. Now watch. Peel the head here. Take the shoulder with this one and just lay him down. Again, they know how to use their shoulders and their head as an attack. That's jiu-jitsu, Western wrestling, you know, Celtic, all of it has something that, you know, they know how to get in there. So you have to know what to do. So this is one thing you can do. 1, you shift to the left. 2, you shift to the right and circle around his head. 3, you grab his head with the left hand on the face. And then watch, you got a headlock that looks really bad for him right now. You can just take his head and compress it. Bring him right to your knee, brush your knee. Okay? One other thing I need to show from brush knee, which we don't have in a lot of other ones, is a kick. So, if he kicks, so what I want to show is this thing. He kicks with his right, you got that. So you're looking at picking up your leg, if he tries to sweep it or kick it, any of those things, you just pick it up and drop this down and hit him in the groin and then go for the throat. So you can also just tap the inside of the leg, kick a little higher. Tap the inside with that and pull it, see it? And then you got the head. So brush knee is a really nice kick defense. This is for a high kick. So if he does it with the other leg, see it? Now look what I got. See, so this whole thing of there, see it? That's taking the leg. Push in. So first white crane. Into the right foot forward. And again, he pushes too hard with his left. So all I do is just drop it into my left. I mean, this is my right shoulder. So I'm going to drop his pressure into my right shoulder, into my right foot, and pushing my left hand. And yeah, you're allowed to step up if you want. If you want to catch your balance. This one's kind of fast, so you kind of have to get it right. As soon as you feel the pressure, you just go. It's really quick. The other one is brush knee. Brush knee you can do both sides, and you should at home. But I'll just do one, just for time. This one's same. Actually, he pushes with this left hand, and this time I'm just going to push straight, kind of like I'm going across his ribs that way. I'm not pushing that way this time. White crane pushes straight across the ribs horizontally. This one's kind of moving at a diagonal. So watch the form of that. Okay. So again, he pushes too hard with this one. I drop it and push up. That's all it is. Okay.